Today we're diving into the world of storage devices. We all use them, whether it's for backing up precious photos, transporting work files, or even running entire operating systems. But the question often comes up: when should you reach for that tiny USB stick versus a more substantial external hard drive? It's not just about size, it's about speed, capacity, durability, and of course, price. Ever wondered what the real difference is between USB flash drives and external hard drives? Let's break it down. We're going to go beyond the surface level distinctions and get into the nitty-gritty of what makes each of these storage solutions tick. Think of it as a deep dive into the tech that holds our digital lives together. We'll look at the underlying technology, how they perform in real-world scenarios, and ultimately, help you figure out which one is the right fit for your specific needs. Because, let's be honest, choosing the wrong storage can lead to frustration, wasted time, or worse, lost data. So, in this video, we're putting them head-to-head, the ultra-portable USB flash drive against the often more capacious external hard drive. We'll cover everything from their basic definitions and common uses, to their storage capacities, speed benchmarks, how they hold up to daily wear and tear, and the all-important cost factor. By the end of this, you should have a much clearer picture of the strengths and weaknesses of each, empowering you to make a more informed decision next time you're in the market for some extra digital space. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's start with the basics. First up, the USB flash drive. They're small, portable, and plug into a USB port. Also known as thumb drives, they use flash memory, a type of non-volatile storage. This means they retain data even without power. Think of them as mini SSDs, but more portable. Internally, they have flash memory chips, a microcontroller, and a USB connector. No moving parts, making them durable. Perfect for quick file transfers and portability. Now let's shift gears to external hard drives. They can be HDDs or SSDs in an external enclosure. HDDs use spinning platters, while SSDs use flash memory. SSDs are faster and more durable. Choose based on your needs and usage. It's not just about capacity, but how you plan to use the data. Consider performance, durability, and environment. Understanding these differences helps in choosing the right device. Make an informed decision based on your specific needs. Performance and price points can vary dramatically. Choose wisely for the best experience. It's all about how you plan to use the data. Alright, so we've covered the basics. Now let's talk about one of the most critical factors when choosing a storage device: capacity. How much digital stuff can these things actually hold? This is where you'll see some significant divergence between typical USB flash drives and external hard drives, and it's often a primary decision driver for many users. Let's start with USB flash drives. USB flash drives come in a pretty wide range of capacities, but there's definitely a sweet spot where most consumer purchases happen. You can still find tiny 8GB or 16GB drives, often used for promotional giveaways or very light document transfer. However, the more common capacities these days tend to range from 32GB all the way up to 256GB. In recent years, we've seen USB flash drives push into higher capacities, with 512GB and even 1TB models becoming more accessible, though they command a premium price. Now let's switch over to external hard drives, and specifically traditional hard disk drives, HDDs first. This is where capacity really shines. External HDDs commonly start at around 500GB or 1TB and can go up significantly from there. It's not uncommon to find external HDDs offering 4TB, 8TB, 10TB, and even massive 16TB, 20TB, or higher capacities in a single enclosure, especially in desktop external models that require their own power supply. For portable external HDDs, those that draw power directly from the USB port, capacities typically range from 1TB to 5TB. Now let's consider external solid-state drives, SSDs. Capacity-wise, external SSDs have made huge strides. Today, you can readily find external SSDs ranging from 250GB on the lower end, up to 1TB, 2TB, and increasingly, 4TB models. Chapter 3. Speed Demons vs. Steady Cruisers Performance Deep Dive. How fast can you get your data on and off these devices? Speed is crucial for large files or time-sensitive tasks. USB flash drives, external HDDs, and SSDs differ significantly. USB flash drives vary by USB standard and memory quality. USB 2.0 is slow, while USB 3.0 and 3.1 offer faster speeds. Newer standards like USB 3.2 Gen 2 X2 or USB 4 are even faster. USB 2.0 maxes at 60 MB per s, often lower in real-world use. USB 3.0/3. 2 Gen 1 can reach up to 625 MB per s. Real-world USB 3.0 speeds are 100 to 200 MB per s for reads. USB 3.1/3. 2 Gen 2 can reach 1250 MB per s, rivaling SATA SSDs. External HDDs use spinning platters and moving heads. This mechanical nature limits their speed. Most external HDDs connect via USB 3.0/3. 2 Gen 1. HDD speed is determined by RPM and internal cache. 5,400 revolutions per minute, HDDs deliver 80 to 120 MB per s, 7,200 revolutions per minute, up to 160 MB per s. External SSDs are the speed champions. They use high-quality NAND flash, advanced controllers, and DRAM caches. Many external SSDs use SATA-based controllers via USB 3.1/3. 2 Gen 2. The interface plays a huge role in performance. External SSDs are the fastest, ideal for high-performance needs. Chapter 4, Built to Last. Durability and portability examined. Let's talk durability and portability. USB flash drives are small, lightweight, and easy to carry. They fit in pockets, keychains, or wallets. Ideal for students and professionals on the go. Their solid-state design makes them durable. But the USB connector can be a weak point. External HDDs are larger and heavier. They are sensitive to physical shock. Dropping them can cause data loss. Handle with care. Next, external SSDs. Chapter 5. The bottom line, cost, value, and ideal use cases. Alright, we've covered the tech, capacity, speed, and durability. Now let's talk about what often seals the deal: cost effectiveness, and which device is best suited for specific use cases. This is where we tie everything together to help you make that final decision. Let's start by looking at the cost per gigabyte. For USB flash drives, the cost per gigabyte can vary quite a bit. Generally, very small capacity drives like 16 gigabytes or 32 gigabytes might have a higher cost per gigabyte compared to mid-range capacities like 128 gigabytes or 256 gigabytes. As you push into the very high capacities for flash drives, 512 gigabytes, 1 terabyte or more, the cost per gigabyte tends to increase again, sometimes significantly, because you're paying a premium for that compact, high-density storage. The value proposition for USB flash drives isn't solely about the lowest cost per gigabyte, it's about convenience and specific utility. You're paying for extreme portability and the ease of quick small to medium file transfers. For tasks like creating a bootable OS installer, carrying a presentation, or sharing a few dozen photos, the overall low entry price of a suitable capacity flash drive makes it highly cost-effective for those specific jobs. Now let's look at external hard disk drives, HDDs. This is where you generally find the absolute lowest cost per gigabyte, especially when you get into multi-terabyte capacities. If your primary goal is to store a massive amount of data as cheaply as possible, external HDDs are almost always the most economical choice. A 4 terabyte or 8 terabyte external HDD will offer far more storage for your money than any equivalently sized SSD or flash drive. This makes external HDDs ideal for bulk backups, archiving large media libraries, movies, extensive music collections, photo archives that aren't accessed daily, or any situation where sheer storage volume trumps speed and portability. The trade-off, as we've discussed, is slower performance and greater fragility, but for stationary, high-capacity needs, their cost-effectiveness is hard to beat. Then we have external solid-state drives, SSDs. Historically, SSDs have been the most expensive option per gigabyte. So which one should you choose? It really depends on your needs. As we've seen, USB flash drives excel in portability and are perfect for quick, small file transfers. They're the undisputed champions of convenience for everyday carry. If you need to move documents, presentations, or a handful of photos, and you want something that fits on your keychain, a flash drive is likely your best bet. Their affordability for common capacities also makes them an easy choice for these specific tasks. On the other hand, if you're dealing with massive amounts of data, think terabytes for system backups, extensive media libraries or archiving projects, external hard drives, particularly traditional HDDs, still offer the most storage capacity for your dollar. They might be slower and more fragile, but for stationary bulk storage needs, their cost effectiveness is a major advantage. External SSDs then bridge the gap, offering a compelling combination of speed, durability, and increasing affordability, making them ideal for performance-critical tasks, working with large files on the go, or for users who prioritize ruggedness. Ultimately, the decision comes down to a balance of capacity, speed, portability, durability, and of course budget. There's no single best option, only the best option for you and your specific use case. Hopefully this breakdown has given you a clearer understanding of the strengths and weaknesses of each, empowering you to make a more informed choice next time you're looking to expand your digital storage. Think about what you value most, and the right device will become clear. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tech insights. We're always diving into the latest gadgets and trying to make sense of the ever-evolving world of technology. Your support helps us create more content like this. Let me know in the comments below which type of storage you rely on most and why. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.